Lesson 284. I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt.
Hi there. Are you ready to learn another precious lesson from A Course in Miracles? One of those lessons that we could easily call a secret of life that will help us live better, happier, and more at peace. Let's dive into Lesson 284 then.
I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt. Loss is not loss when properly perceived. Pain is impossible. There is no grief with any cause at all. And suffering of any kind is nothing but a dream. This is the truth, at first to be but said and then repeated many times, and next to be accepted as but partly true, with many reservations. Then to be considered seriously more and more, and finally accepted as the truth. I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt. And I would go beyond these words today, and past all reservations, and arrive at full acceptance of the truth in them.
Father, what you have given cannot hurt, so grief and pain must be impossible. Let me not fail to trust in you today, accepting but the joyous as your gifts, accepting but the joyous as the truth.
In other words, in our human experience within this world, suffering seems inevitable. We do suffer from breakups, from losing things or battles, from unmet aspirations, from people who hurt us, from the departure of loved ones. Today's lesson doesn't deny these experiences. However, it emphasizes a crucial point: it's not the event itself that hurts us, but our interpretation of the event. On an initial level of grasping this lesson, when we feel pain, it's natural to grieve. It's important to experience our human emotions, allow them space, and eventually release them. Let them go. Let's refrain from judging our emotions or ourselves. Simply let them be, granting ourselves the time needed to heal and let go. However, we should also remain vigilant about the thoughts and labels we might assign to that event. We don't need to amplify our genuine human pain by adding negative interpretations. While it's essential to let our emotions run their course, we can also make a conscious choice to perceive what happened in the highest, most positive light. Let's strive to see it from a different perspective.
Lesson 21. I am determined to see things differently.
Suppose we lose our job. In that case, it's crucial not to layer additional concerns or judgments onto what may already be a distressing and intimidating situation. We should avoid spiraling into internal dialogues that undermine our self-worth or dwell on perceived wrongs by others. Perhaps this is a blessing in disguise, a chance for growth, or there might be a better opportunity on the horizon. Sometimes, we just can't see the bigger picture there in that moment.
Lesson 193. All things are lessons God would have me learn.
Lesson 24. I do not perceive my own best interests.
Perhaps it's not our place to have all the answers right now. Let's allow our emotions to flow without adding judgments or interpretations. In moments like these, it's vital not to engage in the formation of beliefs or foster negative thinking habits, as these can cause harm far beyond the initial event. Let the emotions run their course, but steer clear of identifying with limiting beliefs or thoughts.
Lesson 10. My thoughts do not mean anything.
As we master this process, a deeper understanding from this lesson may emerge. It's a realization rooted in the awareness of the illusory nature of this world. If the world we see is but an illusion and we truly recognize that, then is the loss we perceive real? Can such pain truly exist? Does grief even have a genuine cause? Isn't the suffering merely a part of the dream? Isn't death itself merely a misguided perception in this illusory world? At that point, we may truly grasp the power of the sentence, I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt, and experience an instant transformation within. As we change, our world will change accordingly. To reach this understanding, we can turn to the foundational advice given to us at the beginning of this very course: in the introduction of this video series.
Remember, you don't have to believe the ideas in the lessons, you don't have to accept them, and you don't even have to like them. You can even resist them if you want. It doesn't matter, the ideas will still work. Just make sure to do all the lessons and use the ideas, that's all you have to do.
In the beginning, we merely repeat the idea to ourselves, entertaining the thought and slowly warming up to its potential truth. We may only partially believe in it, and perhaps still harbor some reservations. But as we continually remind ourselves, we begin to grasp its power, taking it to heart. Gradually, we come to accept it as true. Then, when we say the words, we see they possess the profound power to lead us to the deeper truth they carry.
I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt.
I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt.
I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt.
How empowering is this realization? Shouldn't we keep this in mind constantly, rather than mindlessly succumbing to suffering whenever something displeasing unfolds in our lives? Stick to your practices in the morning and evening, and remind yourself of today's lesson every hour. But even more importantly, whenever you feel you're beginning to dwell on painful thoughts today, simply remind yourself,
I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt.
you're doing a fantastic job and making tremendous progress. The journey might not always be easy, but by continuously showing up and doing your best, I'm sure you'll see the rewards. See you tomorrow for another enlightening lesson. Remember, we're currently exploring the section titled, What is the Holy Spirit? If you missed the introduction to this section, a link to the video should be popping up on your screen right now.
If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a like and leave a comment. Thanks. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. There's a new lesson every day.